This is Stella. She's my St. Bernard. She's big, drooly, gentle, and completely blind. And when I say blind, I mean she has no eyes at all. She will be 9 years old in December 2025, so she's getting along in age for such a big breed of dog. Female St. Bernards usually have a lifespan of about 10 to 12 years. If you saw Stella walking around, you probably wouldn't know she was blind. She moves with this quiet confidence, guided almost entirely by her nose. Stella doesn't see with her eyes, she sees with scent. Every blade of grass, every corner of the deck, every shift in the wind tells her a story. Watching her sniff her way around, you'd swear she still sees everything. Her world is mapped out by smell, memory, and instinct. And honestly, she navigates better than most sighted dogs ever do, with an occasional bump into walls, especially if it's a new area for her. Her story started in the summer of 2024. One day, I noticed something was off with one of her eyes. It looked cloudy and irritated. I took her to the emergency vet, and they told me it was pretty normal for St. Bernards. Their eyes are droopy, they collect dust, and they tend to get scratched easily. And because we live out in the woods, she's constantly running through brush that's basically eye level for her. The vet gave me some medication drops, and I didn't think much about it. But a couple months later, her eyes didn't get better. They actually got worse. The cloudiness spread, the swelling got worse, and she seemed uncomfortable. She wasn't playing as much, and something in my gut told me it was serious. I took her to our local vet, and the second they looked at her, they told me she probably had glaucoma and needed to see a specialist immediately. At the specialist's office, they tested her eye pressure. One eye was 75 millimeters of mercury, and the other was 50. The normal range is between 10 and 25 for a dog. Her eyes were under enormous pressure, like a constant migraine. We started a 5-week treatment plan with 4 or 5 different medications, 2 to 3 times a day. I tracked every dose and hoped for the best. Because both eyes were affected, the vet said it was probably genetic, but we'd know more after treatment. After 5 weeks, there was a little progress, but not enough. That's when the vet gave me the bad news I never expected. Both of Stella's eyes had to be removed. It was heartbreaking, but the vet explained the pressure was extremely painful and removing them was the kindest thing we could do. The first thing I did after coming home from the vet was get on YouTube and search blind dogs and also look for stories about dogs that had been through similar situations. I did feel a little bit better knowing she could still live a fulfilling life. She could still go on walks, play in the snow, all the things she loves to do. The first few weeks after surgery were rough. She needed help with everything, but slowly, day by day, she started adapting. She learned her world again through smell, sound, and memory. Her nose became her GPS. She can find her food bowl, her bed, her favorite places just by scent. Now I want to show you something that really helps her. Because she can't see, I place carpet runners all around the main paths of the house, almost like little highways for her feet and her nose. She follows these textured paths to navigate. One runner leads from the living room straight to her food and water bowls. Another leads her from the kitchen to the hallway, and another runs right to the back door. So she knows exactly where to go when she needs to go outside. These carpet runners give her confidence. She knows soft carpet means I'm on the right path. She sniffs along the edges and uses different textures to guide her exactly where she wants to go. It's honestly amazing to watch. She stays perfectly on track, turns at all the right places, and walks like she's following a map, only she can smell and feel. Outside, she does the same thing, but with scent. When the wind shifts, she lifts her head like she's reading the air. Pine trees, coyotes, the neighbor's barbecue, and even the occasional bear that wanders through at night. She smells it all. That's her version of sight now, and she uses it beautifully. People ask how she gets around without fear, but Stella doesn't know she's blind. She just knows she's loved. She trusts her senses, she trusts her world, and she trusts me and my boys, her family. Sometimes she bumps into things, but she just shakes it off and keeps going. She reminds me constantly that you don't need perfect vision to have a full life. You just need courage and a good nose. So yes, she's blind, but she smells everything. And in her own way, she probably sees more beauty than any of us ever notice. Thank you for listening to Stella's story. If you loved meeting her, drop a paw print in the comments. And if you want more glimpses into our mountain life, the snow, the trails, the wildlife, and this fearless monster of a dog, Stella, hit subscribe. There's always more to come in Stella's journey.